It's something all women experience and something you're probably talking a lot about with your friends. But still, women have plenty of unanswered questions surrounding menopause. So today, our goal is to add to the conversation in a way that's helpful to you. Martie Nightingale is a certified nurse midwife who also holds a certification in menopause, lifestyle medicine, and perinatal mental health at Intermountain Health, and she joins me to share some proactive ways for women to prioritize health as they approach menopause. Martie, thank you for being here today. I have a lot of questions. We were talking before we started, but I'll tell you, is this something, the fluctuations in estrogen, that can happen even before menopause?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Our hormones can start fluctuating even in our 30s and 40s. And usually the first thing we see is changes in our period, maybe cycles getting longer, shorter, periods getting heavier or lighter, and even starting to skip periods. Usually that's the first thing women will notice.
It's the first sign. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about, we hear a lot about hormone replacement therapies. Can you just explain that to those of us who are like, I don't even understand what that means?
Right. Well, we usually will prescribe estrogen with progesterone, and we prescribe the lowest dose possible just to combat the symptoms of menopause. If women aren't having symptoms, of course, so they might not need that, but most women do notice they are having symptoms, and those tend to relieve a lot of the symptoms.
And those symptoms come on as we start losing estrogen?
Correct.
Okay.
As the ovaries stop functioning, we stop having those hormones, and then it's full body changes, but mostly we're seeing things like vasomotor symptoms, which is hot flashes and night sweats. And then, of course, when we're not sleeping, our whole life is affected.
Yeah, those are the ones my friends are talking about the most, when they're having to change their PJs in the middle of the night. Let's talk about who is a good candidate for that then. Is it just those people who are having severe symptoms, or?
Well, I mean, that's something that I think you should really talk to your provider about. Like, is the symptom really affecting your quality of life, or is it something that you can maybe just do some lifestyle changes and have reduction of symptoms? For women who are really affected and having life-changing symptoms, definitely hormone replacement can be an intervention for them. And very few women have an absolute contraindication, so most women, that is an option for them. When we start hormone therapy by age 60 and within 10 years of menopause, that's where we see the lowest risk of use.
Okay, that's good to know. There's another phrase I hear a lot, bioidentical hormones.
Yeah,
what is that
tricky.
Exactly?
It's a bit controversial. Bioidentical is just hormones that are made to mimic the hormones in your body. You can get those prescribed from a large pharmaceutical company or from a compounded pharmacy. And the ones that are from a large pharmaceutical company have been tested and they're FDA approved. So we consider those more safe just because you know what you're getting. But the bioidentical, it's the same hormone either in the compounded or from the pharmaceutical company.
It's just another name for it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know. It's nothing outlandish or special necessarily.
No,
it's the
and
same
not
thing.
more safe either.
Okay.
So and could potentially be more unsafe if you don't know the exact dose you're really getting, and it hasn't been tested and not FDA approved. So that's the only concern with us with those, is that you potentially getting something more unsafe.
Okay, that's really good to know. Are there non-hormonal medications and treatments as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a variety of medications that we use for instance, hot flashes and night sweats that are on the market. There is a SSRI, which is a type of antidepressant that's FDA approved for hot flashes. So in particular for women who can't use hormone replacement, that's an option for them. There's also other modalities like cognitive behavioral therapy and even meditation, mindfulness, and also hypnosis has been shown to help with hot flashes. So
I think women who are in the thick of it are like, whatever works, that's
Right.
what I will do. So
for
we
sure.
appreciate having all these other options. And you have some other things, because we know those signs you mentioned, the hot flashes and night sweats, brain fog, weight gain, all those things. But you say there are some things we can do to be more proactive about our health through every stage of life, and that starts with our diet.
Right, and I think we have an opportunity to thrive during menopause, and so I think if we do some focus on our lifestyle, that really helps women thrive. A whole foods plant-based diet that's high in whole soy has been shown to decrease hot flashes. Also, too, that's an opportunity for some weight loss or maintenance of your weight. It also helps with sleep if you're having some of that brain fog, cognitive issues and stuff like that. It will really help with sleep.
And so leaning toward more plant-based. You don't necessarily have to go full vegan, but maybe just
for sure.
more plants
Exactly.
in our diet.
Mediterranean, so a plant predominant.
Okay. And also weight-bearing exercises, which is good for so many things, also good for menopause.
Exactly. So the weight-bearing exercise does help prevent osteoporosis. So we want to make sure we're getting that. And some of the exercises like yoga that are good for balance do help with falls and prevent fractures in that way. And then that's where you get that help with sleep too.
And the sleep that you said is very important, to get that adequate sleep. All that will help with that. And finally, also avoiding risky substances.
Yeah. We do know that tobacco use impacts risk for osteoporosis, and then alcohol intake does increase risk of breast cancer. So those are two concerns during our menopause phase.
And as always, talk to your medical professional for sure, because there's so many nuances, it seems like.
Absolutely.
And how can people reach out if they want to contact you?
Well, we have two office spaces. One is at the main Intermountain Medical Center campus, and the other is at the LDS Hospital campus, and we're with Intermountain Nurse Midwives.
Thank you so much, Martie. You really helped me understand this a little bit. It's confusing.
Absolutely.
I don't think I have brain fog yet, but it's still a lot of information, so I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.